What's up, bros? Today is just going to be a video on basically how to get as jacked as possible as soon as possible. It's a slow process. I'll be straight up with that. Nothing happens quick in bodybuilding. All of it's super slow. You just got to stay super consistent, stay at it a long time. I'm going to tell you how to get as big as possible, as fast as possible. Here's my credentials. I'm also a personal trainer. Not that that matters, though. It doesn't matter. Okie dokie. I wrote a whole note sheet for you fellas. I'll have that at the very end of the video if you guys just want to skip to the end of the video, just so you have the notes. If not, I'd appreciate it if you watch the full thing. Okie dokie. So, step one, pick 1 to 3 movements per body part. For example, chest, you're training chest. You can do something like an incline barbell bench press, and you can do a flat chest press. Then if you want, a cable fly, okay? So, say you walk into the gym and you're benching 100 pounds for 10 reps. The next time you come to the gym, shoot for 100 for 11. This is step 2, progressing on the movements. It's this simple. Pick the movements, stick with the movements, don't constantly switch them up. All you have to do is shoot for progression every single time you're in the gym. Are you gonna get the progression every time you're in the gym? Absolutely not. There has been countless times where I've walked in the gym and I go to the bench press and I stall on bench press. Or any lift, you're not gonna progress on a lift every single time. You're not always going to get the +1 rep. You're not always going to add the 5 pounds. It doesn't work like that. In the very first year of training, majority of your sessions, you should be going up in weight, you should be going up in reps. Majority of your session, not all of them, of course, and you also have to have your diet and training check. This brings us to the third point, training volume. There's a lot of debates around this. It's not that complicated, I'm just gonna clear the air. Training volume is super simple. The harder that you train, the less volume you need. If you're taking every single set to muscular failure, your muscles are beat up, you're systemically fatigued, you don't need that many sets. If you're taking every single set shy of failure, say you have 1 to 2 reps in reserve, or you're leaving a few in the tank, okay? You're not going to failure. You're gonna need a little bit more sets. This is personally how I train. I prefer the high intensity method with a little bit lower volume, but my joints over the years just really beat up. I have rotator cuff tears, messed up. So I train with a bit higher volume, less intensity. It just works for me. Now, both of these will result in identical things. It's just preference thing. If you're an older guy, I'd recommend higher volume. Younger guys, you can probably get away with high intensity if you like. Whatever floats your boat. It's gonna result in the same thing. You're gonna get great gains. You wanna be doing as much volume as you can recover from. So for the low volume crowd, if you're going to failure each set and you're training chest twice a week, that could be something like 4 sets of chest on Monday and 4 sets of chest on Thursday, for a total of 8 sets to muscular failure per week. Now, if you find that you're recovering okay between that, you're still progressing the lifts, try to push it up a little bit. Maybe 1 week, try 5 sets per session. How am I doing week to week? Am I still progressing in lifts? And pretty much just try to get that as high as you can. The more volume you do that you can actually recover from, you're gonna see better results. Now for the high volume crowd, you might be doing something like 20 sets a week, something like that, ballpark. So that could be 10 sets Monday for chest and 10 sets Thursday for chest. This is personally pretty much what I do. They both work great. It's just whatever floats your boat, whatever stage of life that you're in, how beat up you are, if you're an older fella and you have bad joints, or if you're a younger fella and you have bad joints like myself. Whatever floats your boat, both great results. Okie dokie. Final one, and this is the biggest one. I cannot stress this enough. Eat more food. You need more food to grow. So just general guidelines for gaining muscle as quick as possible. You want around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's pretty basic. I think most people know that. And calorie wise, you want to eat around 300 calories in a calorie surplus. So try to find your maintenance calories by using a calorie calculator, or calculate I don't know, just play around with it until you find your calorie maintenance, okay? Calorie calculator, and then kind of play off that to see what your actual maintenance is. I found that those are relatively accurate. So start with one of those and start with that number. Okie dokie. Now that you started there, find your actual maintenance. For me, that's around 3,000-ish. I can maintain pretty well around 3,000. So what do we do now? If your maintenance is 3,000, push it to 3,300 and see how you're gaining week to week. You should be looking to gain, I would personally recommend 0.5 pound to 1 pound a week. So you might want to push the surplus a little harder if you'd want. So a 500 calorie surplus, I wouldn't go higher than a 500 surplus. I'd say a ballpark of 250 to 500 surplus. If you are a hard gainer, faster metabolism, Dude, just eat everything you see. I've had buddies who can eat like pizzas and pizzas every single day of their lives, pizzas and ice cream, as much as they want. They won't gain a pound. Eat more. If you're one of those kids, just eat more. Now, you want to keep majority of it healthy, obviously, but it doesn't hurt to throw in some junk food. There's no rule saying that you can't have some sweets. I'd recommend eating healthy, though. I mean, just your basic chicken, rice, vegetables, whatever you like. Fruits, they're dope. I eat a lot of chicken and rice, personally. After 5 years, still, it's a go-to. Chicken and rice, you really can't beat it. It's perfection. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Pretty much how to get jacked as quickly as possible. Just going over the basics. This really is, there's no secrets, I promise. This is all that it is. It's just doing this for years and years, time and time again. All it is eating, training, sleeping, recovering. You want to make sure your recovery is on point, obviously. So if you're staying out all night, you're not getting proper sleep, don't expect to recover well. Don't expect to progress in your sessions. That goes without saying. If you're eating like an asshole, if you're eating pizza, you're eating ice cream all the time, like I just mentioned, and that's all you're eating, you're going to have terrible progress and you're going to look like shit. Eat healthy, eat clean foods. Unless you're a hard gainer, then eat everything. But yeah, for the most part, clean foods. That's all it is, guys. Just progress in the lifts. Just it's tricky. It takes a long time. Just stick with it, and I promise you'll see great results. And just try to fall in love with the process, because it's really rewarding seeing your hard work, because no one else put in the work for you. You're putting in the work for yourself, and it's very satisfying to see. All right, I'm going to have a picture of this, the note sheet at the very end for whoever wants it. Thanks for watching.